Hello and welcome back to the Graduate Nurse Success Series with me, your host, Liam Caswell. Welcome back. Today we are talking all things nursing on your terms as a graduate nurse. Did you know that you can do whatever the heck you want with your nursing career? It's so much fun. I feel like I should get that put on a t-shirt because you guys won't believe me until you create the results for yourself. So in this short episode today, I want to speak to the people that have listened to the graduate episode about graduate programs, that have listened to the specialty episode, that have listened to the international nursing episode, even if you're not an international nurse, because there's lots of gold in there. And then I want you to listen to this one and you're saying to yourself, none of those three paths really resonate with me. I want to do any of those things. You, my friend, are in the right place because we got you covered today because you, my friend, want to nurse on your own terms. And I love it. I'm here for it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about what does it look like when you're nursing on your own terms. It's just like a little fancy sentence for you're doing whatever the heck you want. Okay? And you can do that as a graduate nurse in Australia. And I think that it's worth putting out into the universe that you can do whatever the heck you want with your nursing degree because it is what? It is yours. 100%. Once you get your app, it's yours. So what does it look like to nurse on your own terms? Is it even possible? Like, how hard is it? What do you need to be thinking about? How do you even do it? All of those things are going to be covered in less than 10 to 15 minutes. Let's do it. So, nursing on your terms is totally possible. And if you're somebody that's thinking like, I need to create a unique path for myself because of X, Y, and Z, family, commitments, traveling, whatever you have going on in your life, give yourself the permission to explore nursing on your own terms. You could do this alongside applying for the graduate programs just for the experience and just to see if they can meet your needs. I never ever want you to rule anything out because you think it won't work. I want you to gather the evidence that it won't work for you personally, because everything works. It's just, will it work for you? And we want to make sure that you give yourself all the options. We want to have a beautiful buffet of graduate nursing options at the end of your graduate applications, whether or not you're graduate nurse program, specialty program, international nurse, or you're nursing on your terms. There are 4 key kind of pathways. So the nursing on your terms path is one that is less traveled, but it doesn't mean that it's not doable. So what I want you to be thinking about when you are nursing on your terms, I've got 4 main things for you to take away today. Number 1 is I want you to think about network and connection. I don't want you to waste any opportunities where you are meeting people that are in the position of power where they could potentially hire you directly from your graduate nursing degree. Okay, so I want you to really think about who do you know in your network? Who do you know that knows somebody that knows somebody? Okay, it's all about who you know, especially in this path. How is your LinkedIn profile looking? Are you connecting with people who are potentially going to be hiring you in the nursing on your terms world? How can you elevate that a bit more so that you can start connecting with people? Maybe you have a specific job in mind that you want to do that's not within a program. How can you connect with those people either through LinkedIn, through cold outreach? Maybe you want to email them, maybe you want to call them, maybe you want to nip in and have a coffee with them. I don't know what that looks like for you, but get creative. Allow yourself to come up with 100 ways of which you could actually get into your dream job outside of a program. It's totally possible. So it's very important that you connect with the people that are going to be making these decisions and that you start networking and thinking outside of the box, okay? I want you to be thinking about recruitment companies, okay? I want you to send your CV to them and say, hey, do you have any opportunities available? I'm a graduate nurse. I don't want to do a program. I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. Here are my criteria. Do you have anything available? I want you to get off the traditional job boards and go and look at different job boards. Go into LinkedIn Jobs. I want you to go into Glassdoor, Indeed, Seek. All of these boards have different job opportunities available to them. I even want you to look at some of the recruitment agency boards because they also have different jobs available to them. I want you to go to government organizations. I spoke to a graduate last year who called me at the end of the graduate year and they were working in quality as a graduate. Like they had got a graduate project officer job in quality. Amazing. perfect. Telehealth, think of all the things you could do. I'm not going to go into all the things, but you could do all of them. And it happens through networking, getting your name out there, and sussing out in your local area what's actually possible. Remember, we don't just create a story in our brain that something's not possible until we've collected all the evidence to prove that it is. That's your challenge. Number 2, feeds off number 1, but create opportunities for yourself. I want you to think about this. You walk into the Apple store. If you're an Apple person, if you're a Samsung, Android, same thing. You walk into the Apple store and you're not going in to buy anything, right? You're just going in for a look, for a browse. Those that can't see me, I'm inverted brackets, for a browse. And you walk in and somebody approaches you and says, by the way, we've got this amazing new device that we've just released and it has all these features and it's going to change your life. And you know your nursing career, like, it's going to make it so much easier. You can calculate your drip like X, Y, and you blah, 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 blah. And they give you all the features and you're compelled and you're like, oh, I don't need it, but maybe I'll buy it. Maybe I do need it. And you start convincing yourself that maybe you do need it. That, my friend, is what you want to be doing if you're a nursing on your terms person. You want to present yourself in such a way that you create a massive opportunities for yourself. You want to show up and be like, you don't want this? Like, really? Like, have you seen this? This is incredible. I have so much to offer. And here it is. Here's the platter of why I'm amazing for this job. And that's not overconfident and that's not arrogant for those people that are going to message me. That is called self-confidence. That is knowing that you are incredible and that you have something of value to offer, because you all do, and it is different for each and every one of you. So if you're somebody that wants to get in to nurse on your own terms, think about how you can create opportunities for yourself where maybe they don't exist. I've done this myself in my career. I've watched graduate nurses do this. Connect with the people that you like, that you want to work for, and then make them an offer. It's like business. Make them an offer so good that they can't resist it, that they need it, that they want it, okay? That it has a reward for them. If you can do that, you will create amazing opportunities for yourself. Now, how do you do that? Well, of course, I'm going to tell you. It's number 3. It's the importance of having a professional brand, communicating your awesome skills on your application, being very strategic in your outreach, and then selling your unique skill set at interview. I cannot reiterate enough the importance of having an amazing CV, cover letter, selection criteria, and interview technique, and belief in your abilities to deliver. Without any of those things, if you're missing something or you're maybe sitting at like 70, 80% belief in any of those things, they're going to sniff it out a mile away. Like a little sniffer dog. They're going to see it coming, right? They identify it. They can see it. The panel have senses. They're human. Okay, they will sense it. So what I want you to think about is, how can you elevate your professional brand? By professional brand, I mean your CV, cover letter, selection criteria, LinkedIn profile. You must have a LinkedIn profile if you're nursing on your own terms, okay? People will try and find you. They will search you. Make it good. Not average, exceptional. Blow them away. Because here's the thing. You know that analogy of walking into the Apple store? Humans like nice things. If that new product was like absolutely stunning and was like, wow, oh my God, I can have that. That's incredible. Like, that's within my budget. I can do that. Even if it wasn't that great, people would buy it. That's just the psychology of being human. That's what we do every day. We find stuff on Amazon, we buy it just for the look of it, rather than whether or not it actually works, okay? So when you think about that, how can you, and you want to actually work and deliver, right? But I want you to think about and take that learning in the delivery of you as an amazing solution to whatever problem they have. You're basically like a business. Think about it. You're offering them a service, the employer, and they're paying you in return. It's a business. You're self-employed until you're employed. You get where I'm coming from, right? So professionally brand yourself in a way that makes the employer want to have you. This applies for all of the pathways. If you think that you can send out a crappy application and people are going to want it, think again. They don't want it. They don't want you. They will just rule you out straight away. So nursing on your terms, you guys have to put more work into the space. You have to really show them, because you're going against the norm. Whenever we go against the norm, we have to be willing to go above and beyond. We cannot just sit at 100%. We have to give them 110. So CV, cover letter, selection criteria, and professional branding, and then developing your skill set in your ability to tell the employer through compelling information why you're the best. Why should they take you? They don't even have a job, but why should they choose you? Because I'll tell you what, if you're incredible and they can see your potential, even as a graduate nurse, and they see a future for you in the organization, they will make a job available. Everywhere is short-staffed. Just remember that. Everywhere is short-staffed. The final thing that you must embrace as a nursing on your terms graduate nurse is your ability to fail. I want you to increase your failure tolerance. Yes, I want you to go out there and fail multiple times. I want you to fail 100 times, because the more that you fail, the more I know that you're trying. And the more that you are trying, the more chance there is of success. Think about it. Apply for one job, fail. There's no other opportunities coming. Apply for 10 jobs and fail at 5. You've still got 5 in the running. It's just a game. It's just a strategy game. But here's what most of you will do, and it will stop most of you from actually trying to nurse on your terms. You'll apply for one job and then you'll fail and you won't get it, because it is much harder on a nursing on your terms pathway, because you're literally having to create opportunities for yourself and you're having to go against the industry norm. Hello, that's why it's hard. And you will fail and people will say no. And when you get a no, if you make that mean anything about you and your abilities and your capabilities moving forward, it will literally strangle you. It will stop you from taking the next step. So how can you invite in all the failure? How can you get used to accepting failure as part of the process? You have probably been conditioned your whole life to never fail. You probably have stories about how bad it is to fail. And here's this weirdo online telling you can fail more. You do have to fail more. You must embrace failure. You must increase your tolerance to failure. If it's currently at 0, you've got to at least get it to 10%. You've got to be 10% willing to fail. All of you listening, whether you're on this pathway or any of the other 3 pathways we've talked about so far in the series, you must be willing to fail. Because if you're not, it's going to eat you up. You will make it mean something that is not actually factually true, and then you will not get the job or the result that you want. Okay, so the more that you embrace failure, it's really funny. I've learned this to be true through my career and through watching hundreds of people develop their career. The more you embrace failure, the more likely you are to succeed. How is that even possible? It's because you give yourself more opportunity. It's because you build self-confidence, self-belief, self-resilience in the process. It's because you start to associate failure with a positive thing like trying instead of a negative thing like you're shit. That's not actually true. Okay, some people fail and they're very happy about it. Just let that sink in. Some people fail and they're very, very pleased with themselves that they failed. So I want you to build your failure tolerance. This is just through exposure, my friend. And it's through getting curious about the stories that you tell yourself when you do fail. Because it's inevitable. You will trip up as a nurse. You will, quote unquote, fail. You might give the wrong medication. You might do something. You might, give the wrong information. You might not give you might not deliver the breaking bad news very well. You will fail. Something will happen. You might not connect that IV to the IV. It all happens. But you get to decide what you make that mean about yourself and whether or not it's going to stop you from moving forward. Because when we increase our failure tolerance, we increase our ability to succeed. So those are the 4 things that I wanted to share with you today. If you are somebody that is looking to nurse on your terms, make sure that you've downloaded our Nursing on Your Terms free application guide 2023. It's pretty awesome. There's free trainings in there. I step you through the workbook. I give you lots of things to think about. It's tailored uniquely to your path. And I want you at the end of that to see what is possible for you. If that is something that is of interest to you, go and download it right now. It's free. It's 100% free. It costs you your email, okay? Free. And then I will send you lots of amazing feedback and lots of feedback. I will send you lots of amazing resources through our email platform so that I can help you set up yourself for success as a Nursing on Your Terms graduate in 2023. If you're somebody that's not a Nursing on Your Terms, but you want one of those guides, remember there are 4 different types of guides, 4 different trainers. Come and get them, come and join us, and let us help you make it much easier to land a grad in 2023. Until next time, I've been Liam. Stay safe, stay forever curious, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching the High Performance Nursing podcast. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for all future video notifications. If you want to dive deeper into this work, please come and join us in the High Performance Nursing membership. All the links are in the comments below. We would love to see you there and help you thrive within your nursing life, career, and mindset. Let's do this.